Alrighty, everybody. Sorry for the late start, but I kind of got hung up in traffic coming home from Jacksonville, my usual thing that I do on Tuesdays. The phone is getting muted, and we are live. Alrighty, so for those of you who don't know, my name is Adam. I am your dog trainer, and I'm here just for you. Tonight, we have some pretty interesting topics to talk about. Let's see what's going on in the world. Nothing really, actually. Nothing. So I'm in the process of talking to a few people about our Friday shows. So if you guys haven't yet subscribed, go ahead, hit that button down there. You'll see that in the replay. And what that's going to do, it's going to give you notifications on when we go live. Also, don't be afraid on Facebook to join our Adam Your Dog Training community. And what that is just a quick conversation as a small little group and of all the loyal followers. If you haven't noticed, I have a new microphone. Well, look at that. Oh yeah, it's kind of legit, it's got a nice little thing going on up there. Hopefully I sound good. If this is your first time also watching, please go ahead and watch this way, and on the bottom scroll all the way down to the bottom of your thing, and you'll be able to join our live chat. So you can ask us questions. Today, our topic is service dogs and what is the classifications, and kind of talk about the training that's involved in the different levels. There's a lot of misunderstanding about all the different levels that's required for training. And already my phone blows up once or twice and it doesn't stop. Yes, class is tomorrow at 8 o'clock, Liz. Yes, I'm live on YouTube. She's yelling at me because I didn't get back to her about class tomorrow night, which you are coming to. Yes, you are. You are one of the 2 people that are coming to that class tomorrow night. Okay, so let's talk about this. I have a graphic I'm going to try to bring up. I've done this before in the past, and it hasn't worked. So we're going to try to do this now, and let's see what happens if it actually wants to work. I don't know. So there are a bunch of different... That was it. That was it. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Oh, my God. You disappeared on me. So there's a bunch of different levels, okay? And when we're talking about training, I think it's right up here. When we're talking about training, we're talking about 3 main levels of education that a dog is required to be classified as a support dog. Now, hold on, I have them right here. I just did this as a little test before we started. That's why we were kind of late. Yes, you're coming. I know, Sharice, you're coming. Where'd that go? I literally just pulled it up. I don't want to do that. I don't know where you went, but it basically was a great little... I have it back over here. So let's just do this. Leave you. Let's drag you back over here. And I'm going to put you off on the side there. Minimize me over here. And then, oh, wait, I need to bring you back. Oh, I just messed that all up. Let's go over here. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm messing this all up. Yeah, this is a hot mess and a half. I'm just hitting all crazy buttons. Windows, no, that's not it. Maybe you're it. Google Hangouts, yes, there we go. So let's I'm gonna move this, bring this up. I kind of suck at this whole computer thing. So let's extend this out. And then we're going to do a thing called a share screen. And I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can see what I'm seeing here. But first, we need to close that from Casey. Let's go back to here. And we are going to go share screen. This is the first time I'm trying this. And let's see what happens. Share screen. Oh, I can do it that way. Oh, I didn't even realize. All right, let's do this, and we're going to try this. This is going to be super awkward. Yep, see, that's what happened last time I did this, and it didn't work. Luckily, That's okay. What should I do? That's the screen I want to share. How do I go back to that? Oh, here we go. Present to everybody. Did that work? I don't know if it worked. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. It's crazy. I don't know. It's not working. That's why we do this, so we can have fun and test and play. So I want to, why don't we do it this way? I'm going to drag you over here to this screen, blow you up over here. No, I'm going to blow you up on this side. And you can see the chat over there. See, there's the chat. And then we'll do share screen that way. Let's see if this works. All right. And I'm sorry for my suckiness. And we're going to share that screen. Oh, look at that. Like a champ. Present to everybody. All righty. So can you guys let me know if you see this? And it's this right here is what we're looking at. Let's go ahead and move that down. And can you guys all see that? Give me a hello in the chat here. I'm going to type hi to everybody. This is a total test. I haven't done this really very much in the past, so I figured we would try this out. All right, so let's start at the bottom here, and that is Therapy Dog. All right, let's see if we can zoom in on this. Oh, we can. That's pretty awesome. So Therapy Dog is one level. Wow, this mouse is going crazy. It's not even showing the whole thing. Let's go over here. Enrique, I need you. Look at that. I don't know what this thing's doing. Escape. I don't know what these little dots are. Can you see those little dots? I know you can't see me, but that's all right. You can see the chart. That's really all that matters. Okay, so let's start with Therapy Dog. Therapy Dog is first, and let's kind of blow this. Oh, I can do it that way. Oh, why don't we just do this? Hey, I got an idea. Let's extend you out even more. There we go. Wow, I am super awesome. Actually, I'm not, obviously, as you all see and know, and that's that. All right, so Therapy Dog, we're going to start with this one. A therapy dog is a pet that volunteers time to visit places such as schools, hospitals, by invitation, and is very comfortable with many people. So some of the basic things you need to do for this style of training for a therapy dog is they need kind of, you know, some basics. First thing you need to know is, are they eligible to fly in a cabin of an airplane? The answer is no. Live in a house with no, what's that? Live in no pet housing. No, that's really not a thing. So that doesn't matter. Does it mitigates any disabilities? No. Basically, what that means is it doesn't override a disability. Brings comfort to many people. Of course it does, because you're going to hospitals and playing with children. Are you allowed in no pet hotels? No, you are not allowed in no pet hotels. But if you do get your canine good citizen, you might be able to work your way around that. Allowed in taxis, buses, and trains. This actually was a situation. I'm going to try to flip back to the other screen here. Let's try to do this. So let's stop presenting. So let's do that. So this actually was a situation that happened over the weekend where a person came into the store with their dog via Uber. All right. Now, so they took an Uber and they really didn't understand that the Uber driver can actually turn them down. So the first Uber driver that took them there to the store had no issues with a giant golden being in their car. Well, they came, they bought some stuff, and they said the dog was classified as a therapy dog for the daughter, which did have some disabilities. And so they said that it was a therapy dog, and then the driver, when they came back to get picked up, the driver asked to see the certification, and then denied them a ride because it didn't fall under any other classification other than therapy dog. And that was every right of that driver to do. One, when you're in a taxi or an Uber, let's say that that Uber driver has the right to turn you away because it's their personal vehicle. So that's number one. Number two, a cab, for example, is for common folk. And so they could have allergies or this, that, and the other. And you have to be aware of that. That's why a lot of therapy dogs are dander free, like poodles or golden doodles. A lot of the doodles are hit that classification perfectly because the fact that they don't shed. Let's see if we can try this again. We're going to go back to share that screen. Hey, I'm getting good at this. So present to everybody. So, okay. So now moving on, hopefully you guys can see this. So moving on, we have the emotional support dog. Now, the difference in classification between a therapy and emotional support dog is definitely a huge level of training involved. For a therapy dog, you basically need to go through your basic understanding of dog communication. And then on top of that, you need to go through some intermediate and advanced classes for handling, along with very good socialization. Now, an emotional support dog, they actually need to be registered with the state. Even though it says on here must be registered, they really do. I feel that if you haven't done the training needed, you should not have this level of support. So an emotional support dog mitigates the handler disability by hand. Oh my God. Wow. I so can't read tonight. An emotional support dog mitigates their handler's disability by naturally bringing comfort to the handler. All right. The handler must be disabled and the dog must help with the disability. There's no training requirements. Now, that is really odd. Why does it say there's no training requirements? I'm going to tell you that you should always do training requirements when it comes to doing any kind of dog out in the public environment. So on this, the same questions. Can you bring the dog into a cabin? Yes, you can. Can they live in a no pet housing? Yes, they can. Does it mitigate a disability? Yes, it does, such as PTSD, fear of flying, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So at the end of the day, do they require training? No, but should they have training? Yes, they definitely should. And I'm going to go back over to this. I'm kind of toggling back and forth here. This is kind of cool. I'm doing a pretty good job here. I'm pretty proud of myself, right? So do they require training? Yes, they do. I'm going to tell you that you should not even ponder the thought of doing any kind of emotional support, therapy, anything without any basic understanding of dog training. And that's one of the biggest problems that the dog training industry is dealing with right now. And that is people saying, my dog's an emotional support dog. You can't do anything to me, because they're not required to be registered by the state and they don't require any kind of training. I see in the next couple of years, there's a shift in that. And I see that would actually come to a change in a very big way. I really do, because there's a lot of issues with dogs, with people getting bit by dogs that they say are emotional support. And then they're really not, there's no backup for the dog or for the handlers. So the state, Florida, for example, is just going to say, oh, well, you have emotional support dog. Okay, you're fine. But that's not going to work out that way. There's going to be something happening in the near future that's going to change all of that and make it to where you're going to have to be required to register your dog as an emotional support and or be required to pass some sort of certification, because there's so many people going out there that are really just saying my dog's an emotional support dog. And through the American Disabilities Act, you're really not supposed to ask them, well, what's your dog's or what's your disability that requires you to have a dog? In my mind as a trainer, I'm going to tell you that anybody who has a dog should be trained. That dog should be trained and the handler should be trained. So this way they can combat any issues that could happen, if you know what I mean. All right, so we're going to continue on here. Let's go back to that page and share screen. I know what's going on with you. That was the little kitty. I don't know if you guys heard that. All right, so now we're going to go over here and let's go ahead and we're going to scroll to service dog. Now, service dog is its own classification, and a service dog is a dog trained for a handler's disability. This dog, basically what this means is they can fly in a cabin, they can live in no pet housing. They do obviously support disabilities. Do they bring comfort to many people? The answer to that is no, they do not. That's why when you see service dogs, it says, please do not pet me. Are they allowed in pet hotels? Of course they are. Are they allowed in taxis, cabs, and trains? I don't know who goes in a train these days, but yes, they are. Are they allowed in public and no pets places? Yes. Must they have an ID? Yes, I think you should. I mean, if you have an emotional support dog, yes. Must be registered and certified. The answer to that is no. Look at that. No, they don't. So once again, I see this happening in the near future, that will be a requirement. Also, they must have an ID. Once again, it's $70. I would just get the ID. I would just get it registered with the state, so there is no issues. So there is no issues going forward, and it's just better. Stop presenting. There we go. So let's go ahead and move that slide. I don't know what we're doing here. This slide is acting funny. So yeah, so let's go back to the chat. And, you know, I know there's only a few of you guys watching tonight, but so yeah, and as you know, as we all see, there is no state registry in the state of Florida. That is correct. But Floyd, really? You got to chime in? But at the end of the day, I totally see this in the future that they're going to require it, because there's so many people that are taking advantage of that, and it's hurting those people that actually do have disabilities. And it's kind of that loophole that is an issue. I mean, it really, really is. Depends on recently. Oh, I recently went to the beach where there was 2 dogs. I would normally, and the non-ESA dog handler got a ticket. Wow, that's pretty interesting. So, I mean, I would say for just that reason, if you do have a dog that you use as an emotional support or a therapy dog, get it registered with the state. So this way your dog is then kind of okay. But you need to make sure that you do the training to back that up, to support it. If you don't do the training to support it, then what's the point? You know, honestly, you really need to think ahead and think for your dog's sake, because let's just say, for example, you, the cops don't know the laws either. Yeah, it's totally correct. So, you know, for $70, is it worth it to get your dog registered with the state and then have your trainer sign off on it? And then that protects you in court. So, but, you know, as I said before, you need to do the training to support the level that you're trying to achieve. All right. Wow, my hat is crazy. Damn. So that being said, you need to not just say, oh, my dog's emotional support dog, because you know how many times I hear that on a daily basis. Oh, please don't touch my dog. They're a service dog. No, they're not, because you're walking around here with no elements. Oh, I have PTSD. Well, that's not a service. That's a therapy. That's an emotional support, you know, and we need to get that clarification done. So this way, educate the common community. So how does the Canine Good Citizen certification help? That's an excellent question. The Canine Good Citizen is an AKC registered certification that says your dog has passed and been through basic training for your dogs for that level. there are three other levels above three other levels above that, which is required to say your dog is um, an ESA dog. So your dog needs to go through Canine or Star Puppy, Canine Good Citizen, Community Canine Ambassador, and then AKC Therapy are the levels that they require. So it's actually 4 levels, including Star Puppy. So there's 4 levels of requirement that's needed to be able to get your dog on the AKC registry side of things, up to that level of training that you're really ultimately looking for. What the Canine Good Citizen does is it supports you, saying your dog has been through and the handler has been through a basic understanding of dog training, and it takes, it takes a long time to go through. What do we got? We got things going on in the chat here. The pets in your class have better training than most. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you saying my students are very good. And you know what? It's funny because I do tend to overtrain my students. I train at a higher level than the most standard dog trainers do, because I feel the training works so well. If you actually follow through with the training, you can, if you do all the way through AKC and you get the Canine Good Citizen, you should be able to do anything past that and still be able to, pass. And the proof's in the pudding. So, and I've had probably hundreds of dogs that have gone on to do some therapy work with local hospitals. Some that have worked with, emotional support groups, gone to elementary schools. And those are all things that we really need to embrace. And there's no such thing as overtraining. And you're right, there isn't. Most pet parents feel that training is a hassle, not a thing that they need to do. Well, that's not true, because when you go through school, and your schooling is, I feel weird because I have a big spot right here now. That's where the microphone used to be, and now it's an open spot because the mic's up here. It's really awkward, so I'm just have my hands here. So when you go through school, there's never enough too much learning. So why would there be too much learning in dog training? There's not. There never is. So yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. There's never too much overtraining. And Liz is saying that go do your thing. Don't let me interrupt you further. Something about Pepto-Bismol while you're on YouTube. I don't know. I don't need Pepto. I'm pretty good at this with all of you guys watching. So do you guys have any questions about this? This is kind of something when you're starting out and you're looking for a certain breed, looking for a certain dog, looking for something that will clarify your position, I guess you could say. So if you're looking to do a therapy dog, you should probably not get a, this breed or that breed. Really do your research and understand your training and really find a trainer that you embrace. That's kind of the biggie. I'm not saying me, I'm saying anybody, no matter where you go, find a trainer that you understand, that follows the positive-based reinforced training. And those methods work, At the end of the day, it's really all about you doing your homework, not so much anything else than that. Most of the really, truly advanced dogs, they do 2 to 3 hours a day of homework with their dogs, the handlers, and they're super impressive. So, and I've had them come through some of my classes, and they've been outstanding. And at the end of the day, they really, really do their homework, and they do it on a ritual, and they get creative with their homework, and they really take it to that next level, which I challenge all of you guys to do. All right, take your homework to the next level so you can build your dog's education to possibly get to the level of some of these other dogs that we've been through and get your dog trained to go help others. That's really what it's about. Alrighty, guys. So if there's anything else, I will try to do the new show this Friday at 10 a.m. It's going to be Good Morning Puppy, or something along those lines. I don't know exactly. But that's going to be a review show based on reviewing new products on the market. It's not going to be a chitty chat show like you see here. Yeah, we're going to have some live chat, but the live chat will be open, and it will be a live show, and we're going to be bringing guests on and manufacturers on, and kind of doing twofold. So 2 shows a week. And then a bunch of videos I should drop probably on Thursday if I get my editing done. So yeah, come join us on Thursday or Friday morning, 10 a.m. for the Good Morning Puppy, I think is what I'm calling it for now. But maybe we'll come up with a different name later. And if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead, put that in the comment section below. And that's about it for tonight. I will see all you guys later. Miss you, love you, and I'll see the two of you, you know who you are, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. You better be ready. Everyone have a great week, and I'll see you guys next week for next week's live show. Peace out, everyone. And I'm sorry I really kind of suck at the whole share screen thing, but that's okay. I'm just a human, and you guys love me no matter what. I don't know, maybe not. I'll see you guys later. Have a great week. Peace out.